When people think surfing, they think hot, sunny beaches, but not in Tofino, Canada, which has emerged as surfing's newest and coldest destination. Here, water temperature gets as low as 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And once you get out of the water, it's not much warmer. I'm headed north to see what the big deal is and to try to understand why the locals don't let the cold stop them from performing at their best. My name is Kaylee Gilchrist, and I'm an Olympic gold medalist in water polo for Team USA. But I'm also a pro surfer who has been surfing since the age of 8. Right now, I'm traveling to Tofino, Canada, a small town on Vancouver Island with a population of less than 2,000 people. And I'm headed there to try surfing in freezing water. Tofino is known to get lots of extreme weather. All that bad weather makes for good surfing. I've surfed in warm waters, but now it's time to try something different. My first stop is to meet with Noah Cohen, a local surfer who grew up in Tofino, to see how surfing has gained popularity over the years. So what would you describe cold water surfing as?
The biggest difference, obviously, is that you're covered in 5 millimeters of rubber and not free and loose and limber like you are on board shorts or bikini. But I think it can stunt progression a little bit. You're pretty stiff, but it also kind of gives you like this opportunity to go out and catch waves every day without a ton of people because it's so much less crowded than somewhere warm and inviting. So for me, I just love being able to go to places that aren't full of people. You know, if you take a boat for an hour or two, you can go surf completely by yourself and look around and see nothing but trees and wildlife. That's a pretty special feeling.
Have you seen the surf culture in Tofino change at all over the past few years?
When I first started, being a surfer wasn't like a cool thing to do at all. It was much more blue-collar-y feeling, a lot of loggers and a lot of fishermen. There was plenty of days where I'd paddle out in the winter and literally there would be not a soul on the beach.
What's your plans for Tokyo 2020 with surfing inducted into the Olympics?
The Olympics has always been kind of like, you know, the paramount and that level of the best of the best. And when I think about it, it definitely gives me goosebumps to think that there is a chance to go.
Another Tofino surf legend is Pete DeVries.
Champion, Peter DeVries.
I met up with him at a local surf shop to find out what kind of wetsuit I'll need to stay warm while surfing in the cold water. So wetsuits are obviously the most important thing when you're surfing in cold water. What would you say have been some of the advancements from when you started surfing to now?
The cut and the fit of wetsuits in order to allow mobility while paddling and while surfing has increased tenfold. Cold water surfing, it takes a lot of dedication. The coldest part is the initial suit up. If you're suiting up outside, you know, the cold obviously can be really challenging at times.
What would you suggest to wear here?
Let's go check it out. I'll get you something.
Cool. So down south, I only have a 3 mil booties, so I think I need some new booties.
Yeah.
What should I get?
I'd say these 7 mil dry locks look pretty good.
Okay.
Those would be good. Yeah, let's get you a 5 mil suit. That.
All right.
You're gonna have to get it on super quick when we get outside here, so you should probably do a test run in there.
All right. Want to tie me?
Yeah, let's do it. Ready, set, go.
What am I at?
I'm not telling you. Got any arms in there yet?
What arm? How'd I do?
Look at that, 210.
That's not bad, right?
That's pretty good. We'll have to see when you get out in the cold.
Okay. We've come to Chesterman Beach. The air temperature is 50 degrees, and the water is even colder. I'm about to head out for my very first cold water surf session. I didn't really know what to expect. I walked out there and I don't think I felt the water until it hit my face. I think just the last 15 minutes I started feeling it a little bit in my feet and my hands. So I surf down south in Newport, Huntington a lot, and Centurious for Surf City, USA. So you're going paddling out with 50 to 100 of your best friends trying to get one wave. And then you paddle out here and you can catch anything you want. There's nobody out. So was that like a typical day for you guys? Or?
Yeah, it felt like summer almost. That was like a little summer session. After a surf session, we love to, get changed and go grab some tacos.
Perfect.
What do you think? How they compare to the tacos down south?
Maybe some fresher fish than down south.
What were you thinking this morning when you put on that 5 mil?
It wasn't too bad. It's actually pretty warm in my suit. There was a couple waves this morning where I stood up and you can't really move your feet with booties. You're kind of like stuck in place. So I was a little off with standing up and couldn't really feel my board as much with the thickness of the booties.
Especially in quick conditions like that.
Yeah, like shuffling them around takes a little bit of getting used to.
Being in Tofino is a bucket list spot, so I'm psyched I'm here and got to surf, but sun came out, so I think it's time to paddle out for another session. What do you guys think?
Let's hit it.
Special way to do this?
Well, they're going off right here, I think.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we lucked out with the weather. February in Canada and not too bad. So it was a big success, I think.
Yeah, sunshine this time of year is rare, so it was great. This felt like a nice little summer day.
We had our own little zone both times too,
Yeah.
which was sweet. Like nice to not deal with any other people and just have us three.
Doesn't happen in
Yeah,
California.
exactly.
So surfing Tofino was rad. I'll definitely be back. It's up there with one of my favorite places I've ever been, which is pretty cool. And obviously it was an honor to surf with the legends of Tofino. And I'll surf a new spot that's been on my bucket list.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, totally.
Meeting Pete was awesome. You know, everyone knows who Pete is, and Pete is a Grom and he goes on every single wave. So, I mean, might need to take a page out of his book and start doing that at home, get more opportunities on waves. I'm not sure if I've been converted to a cold water surfer, but I want to come back and I definitely will at some point. Being here in Tofino was a dream come true. The local community is amazing, and you can tell surfing in Canada in cold water is a passion. You have to be committed day in and day out to get in that cold water, and it's a lifestyle.